follows me around the wire down there. Now, am I supposed to connect something to this? Like the glass jar? Or a bucket or tar or something? Maybe there's like a bucket sitting around somewhere. Let me look around. Strikes is a bit fishy. Maybe I should just lower the rope down there and see what happens. Maybe I'll just attach a bucket. Let's see what happens. Oh wow. Is the liquid like right at the very top of this? That's a little bit surprising if true. See what happens if I lift it? Not like that, obviously. Also, if you look at the shadow of this on the wall, it looks amusing. So I'm either a ghost or I'm not there. Or whatever. I don't know how to mess with this right now. Maybe there's not even something I need to do with that, so let me just head on to the next area, I guess. Let's see how this transept goes. I bet terribly. Something died inside of him that day. Watching that man slip away was more than his mind was willing to handle. Go back into sneaking mode. So probably 3 pieces of the orb are around here. Somewhere. There are 3 doors lit up, so there's also an upstairs area. Okay, there might be a little more exploring than I thought.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one. Prepare him.
Huh. 1, 2, 3, and up there. I'll go upstairs last. Unless, of course, I need to go up there first or something. Instead, I'll go the other 3 directions. See what all there is to see. Hopefully my night vision adapts. So, of course, our goal is not to get caught if possible and collect the orb pieces and or letter. And there might be other things that we need to get those as well. So, yeah. There's quite a noise coming over here. I really don't know what we're approaching. But maybe they will find out through this door. Hello, door? I don't know what that is, really. That's glowing red, so look at that in a second. Tinderbox. Oh, it's kind of somebody like that. Okay, I get it. Picked up piece of the orb. Okay, that was one easy one to obtain. Was touch an eye. The rapist hanged upside down, his tears soiled with blood flowing from his belly. The saw between his legs had lost itself in the hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. Well, not quite the way to go. That said, maybe he wasn't actually a rapist based on what we know so far. That's just an excuse for torture. Sneaking our way back then. Hey, though, 1 out of 6. That was pretty easy to obtain, even. Just with a little bit of a gruesome scene. Yay. Let's continue this way. If all of them are that easy, then we'll be out of here in no time. I have my severe doubts about that, though. Alright. Next up, we'll go to the one to the right. Of course, my mental health has been shot, so whatever. We'll just have to enjoy our insanity while it lasts. And again, this is probably a chamber we want to be in the least, but we were me, Mr. Torture Man. You gotta prepare the torture to ward off the shadow, don't you know? At least that's what we were told. Sneak over this way. Memories.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man! How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man! It was an accident!
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault! Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
Oh, yep. As I said, it makes sense. It's that, it's kind of fairy tale-esque evil advisor that makes the king, quote-unquote, do his bidding side deal, except it's obviously not canon, all that here. Let's see the next piece of the orb. Picked up orb. That makes 2.
Please! I'll do anything! Whatever you want! Anything! I'll do anything! I'm innocent!
Of course, there's a chair to watch the execution happen. Candle to light here. Shackles, fun. The arsonist kept crying as he was slowly being lowered on the impaler. It didn't take much to break him. They had meant for him to die, but the torture was working beyond their expectations. It wasn't the method, it was the arsonist. He was different from the others. They could make him forget again. Alright, then let's go back. Again, going deeper into more why Daniel here chose to erase his memories, so let's go on to the next. You do have to wonder sometimes what went through the mind of people who decided to invent some of these torture devices and use them in practice. We'll go on to the next. Are there 2 orbs for 2? Probably a 3rd out of 6 is over here, and honestly, this chamber has been extremely easy to pick them up in. I'm not complaining, but yeah, it's definitely a notable thing. Let's go through here to the next area. I'm expecting a monster to show up once I pick up the last one, or if I go upstairs or whatever. Get her back? Sure. Up. Of course, the good old loose hanging. But it's all fun. Kidnapped her, sat on her knees with her hands tied behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulders gave way to the weight of her own body and cracked loudly. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. So, good old stretching limb thing. Where's the orb piece? That's in here, I see it. Yep, not gonna do that anymore. Let's move on, I guess, back. Since we collect all the orb pieces, do you think the monster's gonna be in the middle area now? I do want to still check upstairs, so yeah. It's just this has been surprisingly easy. I'm gonna go upstairs though. See what may rest up here. It's not really, they make it really hard to go upstairs while you're crouching in this game, because how they do the stop start thing, which is just amplified by crouching. Well, here we are wherever this is. More notes there, vases, this door open, of course it is. It's a nice little study, I guess. How many tinderboxes? 67, gain them back up to 70 again. Here's a string. Can the tar and the string go together like I think they will? Combination does not work. Well, I tried. Meat and string, maybe? No, I'll figure it out eventually. Let's open all that up, and here's a note. Notes on torture. There are quite a few things to be said about torture. I figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, this is not the case. The humans all have a very similar approach to dealing with physical pain and their terror of anticipation. I can't stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creature can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are therefore to restrain the victim although it's still dazed. Proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then to continue with the actual act. The point of presentation is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining it. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage, as it will prove more efficient if the process can be sustained. Also, apply the pain in doses if possible, with breaks to let the body settle. If you're whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subdue, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with its properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely that all will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. Yep, good old amnesia potion. Oh, so here's a save thing. Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know that what I have become, I am not blind, I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on his dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me, and after Napoleon's defeat, it is only a matter of time before they will demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I can't return home now, I shall perish. Oil, anything else? I got some more books to pick up. Oh, let's check out the other room. Anything, nothing behind that painting. There was actually not another room. For some reason I thought there was another door here. I guess it was my imagination, or I'm just going insane. Regardless, actually I could probably jump on that beam, but I also might kill myself, so whatever, I'm not going to even try. There's probably nothing up there anyway. Okay, so obviously the door far away from the others is the one that we're looking for. Well, we already have half the orb completed, and a stream. So let's see what's on the other side. It had gone too far. The man was suffocating as he could no longer breathe properly between the lashes. Displeased, he started to look for the Damascus rose soil. Over here. Figure out what that fountain there is for later, if anything.
Ah, you get it. You seem to have found all the ball pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir and find the rest.
He's got a good sense of when I find things. That's what the journal has to say. The remaining ore pieces can be found in the core. And all of that. Go in a little deeper before I use it again. There we go. Light that with Inspire. There's a door that can just be opened. Let's light the candle in here. Oil is still fine. Let's read this. Agrippa channels Wire. Wire taunts me from the other side. I trust him with my true reason, my efforts, and still he insists on releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such lack of compassion and a sea of power disgust me. I can't bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is, and has been for centuries, my only link to the worlds beyond. Wire claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but what he needs me to give him, Agrippa, first so he too can help. If he could guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I have seen their deception. Optimism is the most hopeless feeling, but I must return it. I shall prepare for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, Wire told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyze, vitae, and a tempter. Paralyzer, vitae, and a tempter? The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer if I can find the internal gland from a large specimen. The core seems to be a fertile ground for this sort. I should then be able to extract its contents with the proper tools. The vitae should be extracted as usual from any agonized human victim's blood. I just need large amounts to distill it properly. Remember to collect this during the next torture session. Tamper, on the other hand, will prove more difficult. I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the word with these letters looks wrong. I believe it's properly of secretion in the water-dwelling Kernic. I will have to address Wire with this, as they'll have to supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should be sufficient to contain it, so that's from the well. Okay, got it. Unless there's one of these here. Before I look at that, let's look around a bit. More tinder boxes. One of these to open. Another healing item. Make sure that's my health holding up. Yeah, I'm fine. Alright, let's look at this. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sat quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. And while I said this earlier, it's just to reaffirm that, while it's been obvious recently, those are definitely from Alexander. Basically, those for some reason peek into his mind. The thick liquid spread across his tongue. He swallowed excessively to consume every drop. He looked through the window at the widespread forest in the morning sun. Will this ever end? He thought. This area is surprisingly well lit, which I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing. Now, there should be a fun guy and 3 ore pieces that we need to get. We also need to get tools to get I guess, whatever from the creature in the well. The whatever, of course. Well, those are tools. This is, in fact, a bucket. After the men have secured the prisoner, the ritual began. Yeah. I don't see any ore pieces in here, at least, but yeah, or anything else really that I need to pick up. That's in there, and here. This area shows, there's a note.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry, no time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
Well,
Alexander, you must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
oh boy.
Please, I didn't do anything. Take the man, cut the lines. Take the man, cut the lines. Please, the man cries. Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
I need the goddamn blood. Come on. I guess I have to leave the door. Just can't even access my inventory right now.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Where's that delectable blood I so need? Oh well, not here. Just have to sneak further in, I guess. Didn't find much in either of those rooms. If I need to, I guess I'll be back to them on my way out. But yeah, deeper in for now. My suspicion is that we're probably not alone down here. If the other room was completely safe, this one cannot be, basically. Core main hall. The fear it began to drown him again. He reached once more for an empty bottle of undead moment. First, yeah, I read that before. Yeah. It's very red and
What are my intentions, Daniel? Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
There's music playing. I think I'm not alone in here. Of course, the red mist is probably completely intentional with this. I'm just looking around. There's some oil and a tinder. I'm not lying that. I'm just looking around. I can see just fine. Just kind of eyeing the location to see if there's anything to see or anything that I need to get. So far, it's a very spacious room. I guess it's supposed to be from the mushrooms, but to be fair, I probably still have that blood inside my stream, making me immune to it, so yeah. Looks like there's an upstairs area as well. Surprisingly, not as many doors here as I would have thought. We have to sort of tackle it systematically, which is why I'm starting off with the sidelines. See if there's any doors, anything off in any of the corners or sides of the room. Maybe. There may not be. To observe these plants, see if I can find the quote-unquote, I guess, sector of this. Well, we found something. Or at least, I guess, because we're just kind of following the wall right now. Where is this fungi center and anything else I might need, including the orb pieces? This area must be pretty big because there's several things I need from it. Here, and of course the path splits into two. There, the pillar. Oh, there's a light source, but no. Go this way. There's finally a door. That's better than nothing. Alright, I shall accept the door pathway and continue my way this way. What may be inside of you, door? The answer is more slightly red grim balls.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
Oh, there's the hammer. Obviously over there is time for us to look at this. Murder zones are tied to the spokes of the wheel. They turn the wheel slowly, but with the intent so the rope secured around his leg stretched and cracked the bone. He no longer had the strength to scream. The two men looked at each other knowingly and took a hammer and struck the victim's chest in a final act of mercy. There's our ore piece. That makes 4. There's still certainly more to find. I'll sneak back over this way. We still need to find the main fungi piece here. But hey, we're making our way. We have 4 out of 6 ore pieces, and now we see if I have fungi and whatever we might need to go into the well to get the whatever, though that might not even be here. But I've looked around elsewhere, so I feel like it would be here. That or I missed something to the other side, the trance area. So it was a transport. What's it? I'll continue along this wall for now. sort of trying to stick to the rightmost wall. I'm sure you've noticed, unless Chris I see something on the other side, which I must absolutely go to. And the sign that we're definitely not alone. Whatever is wandering here, because I don't recognize that monster noise. We've been doing a pretty good job avoiding it, to be quite frank. Torture tools. I think it was over there because I was having that scream effect when you're looking at something that makes you go insane.
Just like Regent's Park.
Dude, just like something's park. Okay, well anyways. Still crossing over we will. Seems to be another pathway leading this way, so I'll go investigate. And another door. Probably the flowers in the centermost area, at least somewhere around those parts, so yeah. Anything around here? Or are you what I'm looking for? This issue is quite soft, could possibly be able to break open. Well... this? There we go. Picked up poison gland. Well, that's one piece of what we need. Also, check out this door. Not like that, obviously. Check out the next torture chamber, which is this. Oh, is this gonna be... oh, wait, that's it. Oh, I know what this is. We did study good old medieval stuff back in the day. The trainer did not know what to think of the brass bowl as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled throughout the complex instrument, which was the bull's head. Outside them, one could hear the brazen bull below. Of course, you have to ask yourself the question, what sort of torture would you most and least prefer if you had to choose one? You know, a question just to ask anyone. What sort of torture would you prefer? Anyways, out we go. Nothing inside. Nothing inside. We have 5 out of 6 in the poison gland. Haven't found the note and haven't finished exploring this area, so there's probably a bit more to see. Also, I'm not sure if I need anything else to get the thing from the well, so I'll just continue over this way. Mal have been really useful during the whole course of this game, haven't they? My pockets are also finally starting to see their full use by being filled to the brim now. Partially because they're collecting a multitude of things for later things. To the left and right, I continue my path. I do need to check the middle area a bit more. But I'm almost done checking the walls. Sounds like he's over there anyway, so I'm gonna transgress this way. I don't think he's the same monster because his noises and music are different than what I'm accustomed to. I really don't know what the difference between the monsters are. I mean, the regular Amnesia monster can kill you in 2 hits, maybe this one can kill you in 1 hit, I don't know. They all behave similarly, so it's just an aesthetic change to be thematic. My screen had an effect. Oh, there's the monster. I can see him from here. It took me a bit to even realize that he was there. Probably because he wanders in the red haze, which both hides me well, but also hides him well. Let's sneak this way. seems to wander around this area, which unfortunately means he might be protecting something. Which means I should look here for now when I know he's not here. He's not far away, but he's not so close that I immediately concern myself either. I'm just passing by. See if there's any doors in around these parts. There's probably more than one, though. This is a big enough area that could definitely be patrolled by more than one enemy. Okay, well, I've circled around. Alright, time to investigate more of the middle area. I'm still missing one of the orbs, and I'm also missing the letter, which is probably one of these areas. I'll cross over. I'm not going to cross over to the other side yet. I'm going to make the stupid decision that I didn't check the alleyway over there. Actually, you know what? I'll circle around to it. If I don't find the last door piece over here or whatever I need, then I'll go over there in due time. I'm pretty sure the door's not going to be along here, so I should get closer to this wall over here. See if there's any back areas. Pretty sure the way I came from is over there. Might be ahead of me though, we'll have to find out. So let me glance about. Anything hidden in this side of the world? There's a tinderbox, I guess. But not exactly what I meant. And again, it looks like there might be something over here. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. So let's go see. There is something over here. I'm not entirely too surprised. If there isn't, I'm actually a little surprised. No, there's a door here. It's probably where the last orb waits. Go inside for a peek. Hey, I'm here. Ah, the Iron Maiden. I was wondering if they were going to bring that up. Go check on the other side, just to make sure there's anything. There may be, but I'll look. Of course, that scared me. Should have seen it coming. The forge stood absolutely still. The casket had been closed, but a faint light made its way inside. Myra's spikes pointed at him, glittering as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked, and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had ruptured and began to leak. Yarp. Fun old Iron Maidens. There's the last door piece. I'm not going to combine all the ore pieces until I get to the main area again. I'm not sure if I can. There you go. I maybe can't do it until I get to the pedestal they all belong to. Well, forward march I go. I'll see if there's anything over here before I go on back. Oh, there's a healing item actually, so sure. Got 8 of those now. Let's sneak our way back. So many places. Now, next guess is that we have to go straight forward, right on out of here. There may be something over there, I don't know. But then again, we do have the poison gland, and I guess the only thing, will the blood be prepared? I don't know where the blood is. Or was there a giant pool of blood to my recollection? I haven't seen it. I mean, at least down to this giant pool of blood here I can pull from. Doesn't look like it, so heading on out. I could probably make a book for it, but I don't even think the monster wanders this far this way. I'm just gonna walk in the meantime. Unless I hear him. Or see him, whichever one comes first, really. There's the way out. How'd I go? Such filthy thought. Good men can safely cheer their departures. There is nothing but burden to mankind. They shall not be missed. But, yep, we've read this before as well. Probably because we've been walking here for a while. I'll sneak in case they spawn the monster over this way. Or actually, a slab of fresh meat's probably the quote-unquote blood I need, come to think of it. I guess that would make sense. I don't like how both doors have been closed since I was last here. Don't appear to be much here. Guess I can't just... Nope, didn't think so. I could sacrifice the meat. The meat! Carefully cutting the man open made him think, this is how father must feel. Yeah, we've read that before.